Welcome back, guys. We are in the book of Ecclesiastes for day 5, and we are going to be examining what it means to fear the Almighty. Grab your word. Let's dive in. Fear the Almighty. Guard your steps when you go out to the house of the Almighty. Draw near to listen is better than to offer the sacrifice of fools, for they do not know that they are doing evil. But not rash with your mouth, nor let your heart be hasty to utter a word before the Almighty, for the Almighty is in heaven, and you are on earth. Therefore, let your words be few. For a dream comes with much business, and a fool's voice with many words. When you vow a vow to the Almighty, do not delay paying it, for he has no pleasure in fools. Pay what you vow. It is better that you should not vow than that you should vow and not pay. Let not your mouth lead you into sin, and do not say before the messenger that it was a mistake. Why should the Almighty be angry at your voice and destroy the works of your hand? For when dreams increase and the words grow many, there is vanity. But the Almighty is the one you must fear. The vanity of wealth and honor. If you see a province, the oppression of the poor, and the violation of justice and righteousness, do not be amazed at the matter. For the high official is watched by a higher, and there is yet higher ones over them. But this is gain for a land in every way, a king committed to cultivated fields. He who loves money will not be satisfied with money, nor he who loves wealth with his income. This also is vanity. When goods increase, they increase. Who eat them? And what advantage has their owner but to see them with his eyes? Sweet is the sleep of a laborer, whether he eats little or much, but the full stomach of the rich will not let him sleep. This is a grievous evil that I have seen under the sun. Riches were kept by their owner to his hurt, and those riches were lost in a bad venture. And he is father of a son, but he has nothing in his hand. And he came from his mother's womb, he shall go again, naked as he came, and shall take nothing for his toil, that he may carry away in his hand. This also is a grievous evil. Just as he came, so shall he go, and what gain is there in him who toils for the wind? Moreover, all his days he eats in darkness, in much vexation and sickness and in anger. Behold, what I have seen to be good and fitting is to eat and drink and find enjoyment in all the toil with which one toils under the sun, the few days of his life that the Almighty has given him, for this is his lot. Everyone also to whom the Almighty has given wealth and possessions and power to enjoy them, and to accept his lot and rejoice in his toil. This is the gift of the Almighty. For he will not much remember the days of his life, because the Almighty keeps him occupied with joy in his heart. And so, guys, when you fear the Almighty and he directs your steps, there's much enjoyment to come with that territory, because you're not doing it from a place of vainglory. We've been talking about that for these first couple of chapters in the book of Ecclesiastes. And I do pray that this has pierced your spirit for you to prioritize and look at the way that you labor on a day-to-day basis differently. Because it's only through our Heavenly Father's hands, when we operate out of obedience, that we're able to enjoy the very fruits of our labor in the manner in which he anticipated for us to enjoy it. It's not by storing up tangible items. It's not by seeing how much wealth you can gather, because you can gather all of that wealth and then be gone tomorrow, and you've toiled for that wealth and failed to enjoy the very things that you were called to enjoy. And so as we continue through the book of Ecclesiastes, I pray that these messages are piercing your spirit. As always, take it back to our Heavenly Father and ask him why you were led here. And as always, I pray that wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and obedience finds you and keeps you. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next message. Take care.